Queerness is no respecter of persons. There are queer people in the depth and lifeblood of the Republican Party, okay? There are queer people in churches, in mosques, in Arab nations, in Christian nations, and yes, there are lots of queer people in Nigeria. I try to understand why many Nigerians would say, it's not natural to Africa or to Nigeria. The thing is, see, people live their lives based on what they see. And if you think about it, for somebody who lives in as it's called now, the heteronormative world, the homosexuality will be seen as strange. For somebody who has never been exposed to that concept, especially in a culture that has done as much as it has to suppress it, I think I wouldn't find it surprising that people would, come to such an understanding once upon a time in their lives. But then again, it becomes silly because you begin to wonder, like, where did they import them from Taiwan? Like, what makes you think Nigerians or Africans are special? There are homosexuals and there are queer people in every part of the globe. It's because of suppression, religious suppression, societal suppression, and all that, the laws that have been passed. Of course, people will cease to identify as gay. Those who are queer or those who are members of the LGBT, it's natural that they will go underground. And what will they do? They will marry you, they will marry your sisters, they will marry your daughters, they will be your uncles. They will all come together, condemn homosexuality, but you're probably married to one of them. So it's simply just, living in a fool's paradise, in a paradise that you have made for yourself, by the way, because nobody asked you to create such a paradise. You've concocted what you think is normal, and you've closed your eyes to every other thing. And it's such narrow mentality that tends to stifle communities, because it doesn't just go on, the case of sexuality or whatever you believe the sexual spectrum to be. If you express such narrowness, it will tend to infect other parts of your community, and you will notice stagnancy in such places. I know people will probably say this is something I'm pushing too far to justify whatever, but bro, please, let us take the data, let us take the census, let us compare. You don't need to hypothesize anything. Let us get the data from countries that are more tolerant and then countries that are not. Let us compare and let us talk about it. At the end of the day, we practice a communal hypocrisy, but somehow, because we are supposed to think in a certain way and act in a certain way, everybody just keeps quiet, and then life goes on and we suffer and wallow. If you think about it, it's not just about the LGBTQ community, it goes around to everywhere. Women's relationship with men, the place of the wife in the house, how widows are treated. Sometimes it's so bad that even elders exploit their age to hold a system back because Namibia Agbalagba, you're supposed to listen to me. It's important that we start recognizing this point where differences are being stifled. And you know the thing, nobody sent us. God will be like, I don't send you message. In our need to demonstrate religious fervency, we have built altars onto our own ideas of what God wants, and we have started to practice and worship on those altars based on what God has not instructed. You know what they call a pharmaco now? Like over syllabus. Like you draw yourself a new syllabus, you write the subjects, and you are studying for the exam that nobody set for you. And God is asking you, like, you're paying attention to the wrong things. What are you doing?